We were back in the base by 6:40, and it was in time for us to be put on the perimeter and to reorganize ourselves and be given some ammunition. And the first massive waves of attack came in on the base. We were just there in time. The first waves came in from the east, but as they developed, they came in from northeast, southeast, south, and even a little bit southwest. BC were putting in building momentum. At first, there might have been only 40 or 50 in an assault. That built up to 60, 70, 80 coming at once. They would only come from one direction at once. We would fight off a group, and then there'd be a fight over the other side of this little slight rise. And we'd have time to load. 6:40 now. They've crossed the river. They've come into the rubber trees. They're coming up there, and they had the first contact about 1 kilometre away from here with a group. And that delayed them, but not extraordinarily. And that's where one APC coming forward and had another contact about 6:50. In the meantime, we're bringing artillery in within. Now we're closing in on 3 sides. The artillery around the company was the enemy, because the enemy are closing in as well. So they pulled the pin on dark 7 o'clock and went home. When they're making this decision, finally, Bravo Company arrives, right on the last fire of shot. It wasn't until about 10 past 7 that we'd seen the APCs flitter through here, and then we saw them coming back through where we are now, coming through here and then back to CHQ. They arrived probably 10 minutes after the last shot had been fired and took no part in this battle. Harry Smith was an ex-commando officer, and he trained us to commando standards. So we were as fit as commandos, and we had the commando mentality of small groups can do magic things. And that was how we trained, and our company was unique in the battalion in having that idea. And the fact that I had 20 people here wasn't going to tell me that I couldn't do my job until I saw 19 of them dead. It's that sort of, if I don't go, I'm going to let my mate down, and I know he's going to go because he knows I'm going to go, so we're all going to go together.
Just about every shot that was fired, except from one of the batches, went over our sort of area, but it's just, if you want to feel what it's like, a minor earth tremor is it. Incredible.
You want to feel a major earthquake? Yeah. Have it exploding just there.
About the 40th.
In 1966, the Australians were new to their new EDAT base, and the numbers were few. The VC decided they'd be easy to beat. They'd humble the Aussies with a crushing defeat. For the 18th of August, they planned their attack with 3,000 troops to wipe out New EDAT. But 108 soldiers from D Company 6 Ra were patrolling that day and stood in their path. 4:08 in the evening, the battle began in that rubber plantation known as Long Tan. Our blokes were outnumbered by 30 to 1, but nearly 500 would fall to their guns. Well, the fighting was fierce as the VC pushed in, but the Aussies held on, never giving an inch, with the angel of death ever close by their side. They fought for our country with honour and pride. Our while choppers flew in just above the treetops, and in the heat of the battle fresh ammo was dropped. Then the artillery boys tore the jungle apart, and the enemy fled under cover of dark. In that rain-sodden jungle they counted our loss, 24 wounded and 18 men lost. We paid a high price to receive victory's hand, so here's to the soldiers who fought at Long Tan. So here's to the soldiers who fought at Long Tan and all other battles in South Vietnam. You were fighting for those who would dare to be free. Your deeds will live on in our memories.
Grown not old, and they left around railroad. The time no worry them for a year on them, and they're going down at the sun. And in the morning, we will remember them.
So here's to the soldiers.
Lest we forget. Thank you.
To be free, your deeds will live on in our memory.